Hey guys, my name is Mariana Rodriguez, and for my food tour of Italy final project, I'm going to be making gnudi. So I got this recipe from the social media influencer Pasta Grannies, and they're the social media influencers that I've been following this whole semester. So let's go ahead and I'll show you guys the ingredients for gnudi. I have some salt, ground nutmeg. It called for like the actual stick of nutmeg, but I don't got the money or time for that. Unsalted butter, Parmigiano Reggiano, and I try to be as authentic as I can within my price range, but this is still kind of expensive. This was $3.36 and the bigger block was like $17. Ricotta cheese, 1 egg, some spinach, sage, flour. Okay, so first things first is that we have to drain our ricotta cheese, like let the moisture come out of it. So I'm gonna take a strainer, I have a bowl under here to catch the liquid. I'm just gonna plop it in here. Yeah, and if you guys are wondering why we have to do this, it's because gnudi is essentially ravioli, but without the pasta shell. So we need to make sure that the cheese doesn't have as much moisture. That way, whenever we boil the gnudi, like it'll stay intact. But the way that gnudi originally originated was during like the poorer times. It was originally like a peasant meal because sometimes people couldn't afford to buy like the pasta dough. They had to get creative and they made gnudi as a substitution to have like ravioli, but without the pasta, without having to purchase it. So it was like a cheaper option for families that couldn't afford to have pasta. And that's hence why it was considered a peasant meal. Step is we're going to add all of our spinach into a saucepan, like so. We added the spinach into the pan and finally fit about 2 tablespoons of boiling water to the spinach. And then we're gonna steam it until the spinach goes down. While our spinach is cooking, I'm going to be grating our Parmesan cheese. The assignment was to make a dish from a specific Italian feast or holiday. However, gnudi isn't tied to a specific holiday. It's a Tuscan dish, and if you don't know, Tuscany is a region in central Italy, and it has actually been created through a peasant tradition, as I mentioned earlier, as it is basically a naked dumpling, like a naked ravioli. And it's typically ricotta and spinach filled. Though gnudi started off as a peasant meal, it's evolved into a household staple. And although gnudi is enjoyed in regions of Tuscany year-round due to its simplistic nature, it can make appearances in festival family gatherings and holiday meals such as Christmas and Easter, as to those holidays are when regional and homemade dishes are truly appreciated, even though gnudi doesn't have a specific holiday attached to it. During the holidays like Christmas and Easter, Italian families usually serve a plethora of dishes from different varieties, such as different pastas, meals, seasonal ingredients, etc. So that's where gnudi makes its appearance, alongside it just being a regular household staple meal. So the cheese has been grated and the spinach has been steamed. See, there's still some water. So I'm gonna plop it onto the cutting board. Some paper towels. I'm going to grab the spinach and try to soak off that extra water. Grab it and you're gonna finely chop your spinach, like so. Get yourself a sharp knife too, because this one's not that sharp. Come for my chopping skills, y'all. Please don't. But yeah, just finely chop her. Okay, so our spinach has been chopped. And now in a bigger bowl, we are going to add our spinach. Add some of our Parmesan. We're gonna keep some for a butter sauce we're gonna make later to garnish the gnudi with. And then we are going to take our drained ricotta and also add it into the mixing bowl as well. Look at all the milk that was left over from draining the ricotta. And then we're gonna also add a beaten egg, and the egg has to be beaten. It can't be just a regular egg, because trust me, I tried it with a regular egg and it did not work. And the egg is just to help keep the gnudi forms, since we're not using pasta to like hold it together. It helps it keep it structured. And then we're also gonna take a little bit of salt. I just like to measure out in the palm of my hand. I think this much should be fine. And yeah, and then we're gonna mix it all together. This is what it should look like when it's all mixed together. Okay, so now we're actually going to assemble our gnudi. I had washed my hands, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna take about like a walnut size of this mixture, like so. And I have a bowl of flour right here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dip it into the bowl of flour. That way it gets this nice shape, like this. And then roll it out into a little ball. A little bit mushy, you're gonna coat it back into the flour, and you're just gonna coat it until it's hard. Okay, so I just finished making the gnudi right here. My counter is a mess because of all the flour, but now we are going to go boil the gnudi. To a pan of boiling water, we are going to add some salt. Just gently place them inside, like so. There they are boiling. And when you see the gnudi tumbling like this, then you're gonna wanna take it out and put it in a separate bowl. Butter sauce. So you're gonna put your skillet in medium heat, and then I'm about to take a little bit of butter, unsalted butter. And then to the melted butter, you're going to add some sage leaves. To our gnudi, we're also going to add some ground nutmeg to the butter. And this is what they look like when they're done. Bye.